Hello students, welcome to the session on DBMS. In our previous lecture, we have discussed this topic called roles in DBMS or as roles in database environment. See, in this we are having different roles like database administrator and data administrator and database designers, application programmers and end users. I hope these topics are very clear to you people. And if not, just let me know by your messages, right? And we are going to discuss about the database administrator in detail in today's session. We'll be talking about database administrators, and we will know the functionalities and responsibilities which will be handled by our database administrator. But for a revision, I will discuss what is the data administrator. In the data administration, we will be having responsibilities like referring the resources from which you people can take the data, right? Accurate details will be taken from the correct resources. Say when you want to have a application, when you want to have a database which is related to a hotel, then you need to manage, then you need to consider, then you need to take the requirements of that particular hotel management. You should not go for some other institutions and you should not take the requirements like that. Data administrator takes that particular responsibility. But in case of database administrator, when they are having everything, when they are having logical information, then the responsibility will increase at the database administrator side. What the responsibilities and functionalities will be maintained by our database administrator, that we are going to see in our today's session. That is, different kind of responsibilities of your database management, database administrators are this. Right? Defining the schema for your database. Schema, when you have taken the data from your different kind of resources, then your people will be having a logical imagination that we are going to create a database in this particular format. Then that particular logical information will be called as conceptual schema. Means to say that we need to have the data in this particular format. Those particular schemas will be taken care by your database administrator. He will be defining the schema in which the database has to be created. Say consider if you want to store a detail of a student, then you people will be gathering the details from your college. They will say that you need to store the student ID, you need to store the student name, address, marks and average and total and grade, everything they will be given. And when it is decided to have in a database, then this database administrator is having a responsibility of creating the schema. See, this is the schema in which you need to store the details. These particular details will be given by your database administrators, I can say. That is what the conceptual schema. See, this is a logical schema. It is not a physical schema. It is not discussing about the physical devices. It is about the logical schema, right? When you are getting the details, you people will be getting the data in a format of table. Then you people will be thinking that we are storing the data in the format of table only. But it is not. In a reality, in our storage devices, we won't have any tables. But whatever the schema that we have prepared for storing the database, they will fall under the conceptual view or as conceptual design or as conceptual schema. Okay, this is a logical structure of your database in which you are going to store the data. In order to create these logical structures, you people will be taking the help of DDL statements, data definition language statements. Okay, what are they? How it will be used? Don't go for them. We will be discussing them in detail. Why? Because in a laboratory, in our second unit, we will be completely focusing on the statements that we are going to use. Okay, data definition means you are defining the data. Okay, how it should be, what it should store, in what way it need to be, that will be taken care by your database administrator with the help of DDL statements. Okay, and it will be giving us the conceptual level schema, conceptual level view, I can say. And DBA is also responsible for internal schema after finding the data to be stored. See, these are the data that has to be stored into your database. And after finding the data that has to be stored into your database, even your database administrator is responsible for internal schema, where we will be considering the physical storage view. internal schema. Internal schema. Those internal schemas will be designed in order to store the data in your storage devices. Physical storage devices is defined by the DDL statements only, as we have discussed in the previous one. Okay, so that they will be giving a brief idea how you are going to store your data, whether it is in file format, whether it is in data table format, whatever the format it is, whatever the schema it is, whatever the design it is, that will be given by whom? Database admins. Okay, after this schema, you have developed the database, you have given the internal schema, you have given the physical schema, you have given the conceptual schema, right? Whatever the design that has to be required by your database, that you people have given. But while you are maintaining the database, you may need some changes. See, consider that you people have given the student details like the student ID, student name, student address, and marks, average, total. But you haven't mentioned subject by subject. So you people want to have subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4 into your table. Then again, that need to be manipulated. And it need to be updated in your database. Those things will also be taken care by your database administrator. This is a person who will be taking whole and full responsibilities towards your database, I can say. Right? Modifying the schema is nothing but that only. Altering your database, altering our data structure of your database, that will fall under modifying the schema. Okay, this modifying the schema, database administrator has to change the schema in order to meet the requirements of the user. Okay, if it is not meeting the requirements of the client, then they won't buy the database. Okay, then there is no need of that particular database if their requirement is not matched. So this is the major responsibility of your database administrator while they are maintaining the database, I can say. And see, authorizing the users. As I discussed you people, when you are maintaining the database of an organization, you people will be having different kind of users in your organization. Consider, owner will be there, chairman, and you people will be having a manager, and you people will be having some employee. So there are 3 persons, right? There are 3 persons in the organization. Then he will be having this level, he will be having this level, he will be having this level. Every person will not be available with complete details of organization. The complete details can be seen by the owner. The complete details can be watched by the chairman. Whatever he is watching, in that he will be specifying the rule that okay, it need to be manager can see these details. He can't modify the details, but he can see the details. Those restrictions will be given by the chairman. And manager can see a little bit of extent detail, I can say, when we are comparing the employee. So as per their level, they can access the data, they can modify the data, they can modify the content, I can say. Those particular authorizations, up to what extent they can access, up to what extent they can modify, up to what extent they need to alter the databases, those will be taken care by your database administrator. He is the person who will be giving us the permissions in order to modify the content, in order to modify the databases. Those will be taken care by your database administrator. He is the person who will be having what? Full control onto your database in order to modify the structure of the database, in order to create the database, in order to delete the database. See, the chairman can give the order, but manager should obey them. Manager should not give any order to chairman, right? They will be having some levels. Up to that particular extent only, they need to access the database also. In the same way, we will go for the different kind of users. Okay. And SEMA, the next responsibility is to communicate with the users. When they are communicating with the users, then only they will be knowing the requirements of the users. When they don't know the user's requirement, then they will not fulfill the application details of the database management system. Okay, in order to meet them, they need to know the details of the users. They need to know the requirements of the users, what they want to have in their database. If they know them, then they can design a good design for your database. If they don't know the requirement of the users, consider if you are using an application, if it is flexible, if it is having everything that you have required, then you people will be using that application, you people will be accessing the database by using that application. If it is not, then you won't go for that particular application. In that way, database administrator should communicate with the users in order to know the requirements, so that you people can easily maintain, easily update the data as per their requirements. And the next that they are saying is maintenance. When they are maintaining this database, after the development of your database, your responsibility is not completed. Even after the completion of the project also, you need to maintain that particular database. You need to prepare what? Regular backup for that. You need to monitor the performance that they are doing onto the database. And then, what I will say is, you people have created some database and you people have given to your class. By that, your work is done. But while they are working onto the database, so consider if there is any system crash. If there is any system crash happens, then you need to maintain this database now. They should not lose the database. They need to gain. They need to take that particular data back. In order to do so, you people need to maintain a backup. Backup should be created for this particular database, so that they can, even after the loss of this particular system also, they can retrieve the data if it is necessary. Then if it is not happening, your database is not good database. Okay, and then you see, as we have discussed, that we need to monitor the performances, right? What they are doing, in what way they are getting the data from the database, in what way they are modifying the data. Everything should be observed by the database administrator, so that he can take the decision in which they want to modify their databases. Okay, and see, whenever they are using the database should available with the free spaces. Why? Because when they are storing the data, when they want to have the important information into your databases, free space should be available. Then only they can share what? They can store their accurate information. If say suppose if you want to store 50 MB of data, which is of mandatory of your organization, but say consider if 50 MB of data is not available in your disk, then what you will do? You won't store that data. But when you want to analyze that particular database, then you people will be missing this data and you people will be taking the wrong decisions for your organization. That will happen. That should not happen. In order to not happen that, your database administrator will be taking the responsibility of maintenance of your database management system, or as database I can say. I hope the roles and responsibilities of your system or as database system is clear to you people. Okay, and Seema, I need to explain this. That is 3-tier architecture of your database management system. You will be having different kind of levels over here. That is external level, conceptual level, internal level. You people will understand. I will throw the video for this and just try to understand and write the notes for this. Very important question for your external. I hope you people will easily understand. If there is any doubt, just let me know by your messages, so that I can clarify you people in the next session, and we will go for the next talk. That's it for now. I hope it is clear for you people, and see you in the next one. Thank you.